Ladies and gentlemen, let me take a moment to talk about a figure who walks among us every day, unnoticed yet extraordinary. She is the woman who carries her pain in silence. She doesn't cry out for attention, nor does she wear her struggles like a badge. No, she carries them within a quiet storm, a steady river, flowing with strength most of us cannot even fathom. This is the mother who works 2 jobs to keep food on the table, the sister who listens even when her own soul is weary, the daughter who sacrifices her dreams to uphold her family. This is the woman who, despite her own burdens, chooses to stand tall because she knows others lean on her. Her silence is not weakness, it's strength wrapped in grace. It's the kind of strength that builds families, nurtures communities, and transforms lives. She holds it all together, even when she's falling apart. Silent strength is a profound quality often embodied by women who carry their pain without complaint, a testament to their resilience and fortitude. This kind of strength goes beyond physical endurance. It resides in the heart and spirit, quietly persevering through challenges while maintaining composure. These women face struggles big and small with a determination that often remains unspoken but is deeply impactful. Such resilience often stems from a blend of innate character and life experiences. From a young age, many women are taught to prioritize the needs of others, whether within their families, communities, or workplaces. They learn to absorb the pressures of life without outwardly expressing their own struggles, internalizing their pain to ensure they can support those around them. This practice of silent endurance, while often unacknowledged, is a form of strength that demands immense courage and self-discipline. Silent strength does not mean the absence of emotion or vulnerability. Rather, it is the ability to channel those emotions constructively, choosing to rise above circumstances and focus on the greater good. Women who exhibit this quality often have an acute sense of responsibility and empathy. They know their strength can serve as a foundation for others, whether as mothers, partners, leaders, or friends. They shoulder burdens not because they are unfeeling, but because they understand the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. One remarkable aspect of silent strength is its unassuming nature. It doesn't seek validation or applause. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic sacrifices. Instead, it manifests in the quiet moments, the unwavering support offered during someone else's crisis, the grace to navigate personal struggles without disrupting the lives of others, and the ability to maintain hope and optimism despite difficult circumstances. Silent strength is not invincibility. While these women may appear unbreakable, their silence often conceals a deep need for understanding, compassion and connection. The world sometimes mistakes their composure for indifference, failing to recognize the battles they fight within. Their ability to endure should not exempt them from care and attention. Rather, it should inspire us to look deeper and offer support, even when it's not explicitly requested. By carrying their pain in silence, these women teach invaluable lessons about perseverance, empathy, and the power of inner strength. They remind us that true resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about facing it with dignity and grace. Their silent strength is a force that shapes families, uplifts communities, and inspires those fortunate enough to witness it. Recognizing and honoring this quality is not just a tribute to their endurance, but a call to ensure they receive the care and acknowledgement they truly deserve. Cultural expectations have long shaped how women express their emotions and handle pain, often encouraging or even demanding silence in the face of adversity. Across many societies, women are taught from a young age to embody grace, composure, and selflessness, even when dealing with profound challenges. These expectations stem from deeply rooted gender roles and societal norms that equate femininity with quiet resilience and emotional restraint. As a result, many women internalize their struggles, suppressing their pain to conform to these unspoken rules. This dynamic can be traced to historical and cultural narratives that celebrate the strong woman archetype, one who sacrifices without complaint and endures hardship for the greater good. While this image may inspire admiration, it also places an immense burden on women to meet unrealistic standards of emotional fortitude. The fear of being judged as weak, overly emotional or incapable often compels women to suffer in silence, hiding their struggles behind a facade. The expectation of silence is further reinforced by societal reactions to vulnerability. Women who openly express their pain or hardships may face dismissal, criticism, or even ridicule, especially in environments where emotional openness is misunderstood as instability. This creates a paradox. Women are celebrated for their resilience but discouraged from expressing the very emotions that make them human. Over time, this conditioning trains women to endure quietly, prioritizing the comfort and perceptions of others over their own emotional well-being. Cultural expectations also intertwine with the roles women are often expected to fulfill. As caregivers, partners, professionals, and community members, they are seen as the glue that holds families and systems together. This perception pressures them to remain strong for the sake of others, often at the expense of their own needs. For instance, a mother enduring physical or emotional pain may choose to stay silent to shield her children from worry or to maintain a sense of stability in the household. Similarly, a professional woman navigating workplace challenges might suppress her struggles to avoid being perceived as less competent. While these expectations can lead to incredible displays of perseverance, they can also take a heavy toll. Suppressing pain and emotions can result in feelings of isolation, emotional exhaustion, and even long-term health consequences. The silence imposed by cultural norms may prevent women from seeking help or building supportive networks, perpetuating cycles of unaddressed pain. Understanding the impact of cultural expectations is crucial to fostering change. By challenging these norms and encouraging open conversations, society can create an environment where women feel empowered to express their emotions and seek support without fear of judgment. Recognizing that strength and vulnerability coexist is key to dismantling harmful stereotypes and ensuring that women are valued not just for their endurance but for their humanity. This shift would not only benefit individual women but also strengthen the communities that depend on their unwavering resilience. The silent endurance of women in the face of pain is not a reflection of weakness but a form of emotional armor that shields them and those they care for from the turbulence of life. This emotional armor is a deliberate, powerful response to adversity, crafted out of necessity and honed through experience. It allows women to navigate challenges with grace and resilience, often becoming the foundation of strength for their families, communities, and themselves. When a woman carries her pain in silence, it does not mean she is indifferent or unfeeling. On the contrary, her silence often masks a deep sensitivity and an acute awareness of the fragility of the people and situations around her. Her emotional armor enables her to bear burdens without outwardly showing the full extent of her struggles, protecting those she loves from the weight of her pain. This selflessness reflects an extraordinary inner strength, as it requires her to confront her challenges internally while maintaining an outward appearance of stability. This armor is built over time, forged in the fires of personal and collective struggles. Life's hardships, whether they stem from societal pressures, personal loss, or everyday responsibilities, shape this resilience. It becomes a learned response, a way to cope with the complexities of life in a world that often demands too much and offers too little in return. Through these experiences, women develop the ability to compartmentalize pain, to set it aside when others need their support or when circumstances require them to remain composed. Emotional armor is not a denial of vulnerability, but a sophisticated way of managing it. Women who carry their pain in silence often understand that showing vulnerability can sometimes lead to misunderstanding, judgment, or even exploitation. Their armor becomes a tool for self-preservation, enabling them to navigate environments that may not be conducive to emotional openness. It also reflects a strategic awareness of the strength required to hold others together, especially when those around them rely on their steadiness and resolve. This armor comes at a cost. While it provides protection, it can also create a barrier that isolates women from the support and connection they need. The expectation to remain strong and silent can lead to feelings of loneliness and emotional exhaustion. Over time, this suppression of pain may affect mental and physical health, as unaddressed struggles compound and weigh heavily on the individual. Understanding the concept of emotional armor is crucial in appreciating the silent strength of women and in recognizing the need for change. Society must move beyond the expectation that women should endure silently and instead create spaces where they feel safe to express their struggles. By offering compassion, empathy, and validation, we can help women lay down their armor when it becomes too heavy to bear. Honoring their resilience while encouraging emotional openness is key to fostering a culture where strength is not equated with silence but with the courage to be authentic and vulnerable. This shift will not diminish their strength but will allow it to flourish in ways that are both healthier and more sustainable. The unseen battles women face daily are a profound testament to their resilience and determination. These struggles, often invisible to the outside world, occur behind closed doors in quiet moments and within the depths of their hearts and minds. They reflect the immense pressures women navigate as they balance their roles as caregivers, professionals, and individuals striving to fulfill their aspirations. These battles are not just external but also deeply internal as women wrestle with expectations, limitations, and personal desires. Women are often at the center of family life, responsible for nurturing and providing emotional stability. This role, while rewarding, is also demanding and frequently underappreciated. Many women juggle the responsibilities of raising children, managing households, and supporting their partners, often while pursuing careers or educational goals. These efforts require immense energy and focus, yet the emotional and physical toll they take is rarely acknowledged. A mother who soothes her child through the night while worrying about work the next day, or a daughter caring for aging parents while managing her own life, embodies the quiet strength needed to fight these unseen battles. In professional settings, women face their own unique set of challenges. From navigating workplace biases to managing the pressures of performance, they often work harder to prove their worth. Many women carry the burden of being role models or trailblazers, striving not only for personal success but also to pave the way for others. Yet these efforts are often accompanied by self-doubt and the fear of failure, creating internal struggles that are rarely voiced. Despite these challenges, they persist, driven by a deep sense of responsibility and ambition. Beyond these external roles, women also face internal battles that are equally significant. These may include managing feelings of inadequacy, reconciling personal dreams with societal expectations, or overcoming trauma and loss. The emotional labor women perform processing their own emotions while providing support to others is immense and frequently invisible. This internal work, though unseen, is critical to their ability to maintain balance and continue moving forward. What makes these battles particularly remarkable is the grace with which women often fight them. They show up for others even when they are struggling themselves, finding strength in their love, commitment, and hope. However, this grace should not overshadow the need to acknowledge and address their challenges. The quiet nature of their struggles does not diminish their importance or the need for support. Recognizing the unseen battles women face requires a shift in perspective. It calls for deeper empathy, active listening, and a commitment to understanding the complexities of their experiences. By creating environments where women feel safe to share their struggles, we can begin to alleviate the burdens they carry. Support systems, whether in families, workplaces, or communities, should be designed to honor their efforts and provide the assistance they need to thrive. These unseen battles are a testament to the extraordinary resilience of women. They remind us of the strength it takes to endure, the courage to persevere, and the profound impact women have on the world, often in ways that go unnoticed. Resilience is a defining quality of women who carry their pain in silence. It is not the absence of suffering or struggle, but the ability to rise despite it, turning adversity into strength. This resilience often emerges as a response to life's challenges, enabling women to endure and persevere in ways that are both remarkable and inspiring. Silent suffering, while deeply personal, often becomes a crucible for growth, fortifying the spirit and fostering an inner strength that transcends pain. Women who endure silently often do so because of a profound sense of responsibility. Whether they are caring for loved ones, fulfilling professional duties, or navigating societal expectations, they prioritize others' needs above their own. This selflessness requires a resilience that is neither loud nor dramatic, but steadfast and enduring. It's the mother who sacrifices her own dreams for her children's future, the partner who supports through difficult times without complaint, or the professional who navigates workplace biases with determination and grace. Their ability to persevere through hardship is a reflection of their strength, often inspiring those around them. Resilience through pain is not just about enduring, it is also about adapting. Women who face challenges silently develop coping mechanisms that allow them to move forward despite their circumstances. These strategies might include seeking solace in spirituality, finding strength in community, or channeling their pain into creativity and productivity. For many, resilience becomes a way to transform their suffering into a source of power, enabling them to grow stronger and more resourceful over time. This quiet strength often goes unnoticed because it does not seek recognition. It exists in the moments of perseverance that others might take for granted, the resolve to keep going when life feels overwhelming, the courage to face another day despite internal struggles. Silent resilience is a choice, often made out of necessity, but it is no less extraordinary for its quiet nature. It is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure and thrive, even in the face of profound hardship. While resilience is admirable, it should not be romanticized to the point that it excuses the lack of support these women often face. The silence that accompanies their struggles can lead to isolation, as their pain is not always visible to those around them. Society must move beyond the expectation that women should bear their burdens alone and instead create systems of care that acknowledge and address their needs. Resilience should be celebrated, but it should also be met with compassion and assistance. Women's resilience in the face of silent suffering is a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit. It demonstrates that pain, while inevitable, does not have to define us. By recognizing and honoring this resilience, we can learn to support and uplift those who quietly endure, ensuring they do not face their struggles alone. Their ability to turn pain into strength is not only inspiring but also a call to action for all of us to create a world where silent suffering is no longer a necessity. Unspoken sacrifices define the lives of many women who carry their pain in silence as they prioritize the needs, dreams, and well-being of others above their own. These sacrifices, while often unnoticed, form the backbone of families, communities, and societies. They reflect a level of selflessness that goes beyond mere duty, embodying a commitment to nurture, protect, and uplift those around them. Women make countless sacrifices that remain unseen. A mother might set aside her own ambitions to ensure her children have every opportunity for success. A partner might quietly shoulder additional responsibilities at home to support her loved one's career or dreams. A professional woman might take on extra tasks to maintain harmony in the workplace, even at the cost of her own peace of mind. These acts of self-denial are often performed without acknowledgement or expectation of reward, driven by a deep sense of responsibility and care. The sacrifices women make are not limited to material or external contributions. They often involve giving up emotional space and energy to support others. A friend who listens without sharing her own struggles, a caregiver who suppresses her exhaustion to provide comfort, or a daughter who prioritizes her family's stability over her own mental health. These are examples of the profound ways women invest in the happiness and well-being of others. Their sacrifices are both intentional and intuitive, rooted in love and empathy. Despite the immense value of these sacrifices, they are often overlooked. Society tends to celebrate visible achievements while ignoring the quiet, consistent acts of giving that enable those achievements. Women's sacrifices are frequently dismissed as expected or ordinary, perpetuating a cycle where their contributions go unrecognized. This lack of acknowledgement can lead to feelings of invisibility, as their efforts and struggles are not validated or appreciated. Unspoken sacrifices also come with a cost. Suppressing personal desires, ignoring self-care, and enduring pain in silence can lead to emotional exhaustion, burnout, and even physical health issues. The constant balancing act of managing others' needs while neglecting one's own can create a profound sense of loneliness and depletion. Over time, these sacrifices may erode a woman's sense of self, leaving her questioning her own worth beyond her role as a caregiver or supporter. Addressing this issue requires a shift in how we value and support women. It begins with recognizing the sacrifices they make, not as obligations, but as extraordinary acts of love and commitment. Offering appreciation, encouragement, and practical support can help alleviate the burden they carry. Encouraging women to prioritize their own needs and pursue their dreams is equally important, as it reinforces the idea that their happiness and well-being matter just as much as those they care for. The unspoken sacrifices women make are a reflection of their strength and compassion. By acknowledging and supporting these efforts, we not only honor their contributions, but also create a more balanced and equitable world. Their selflessness is a gift, but it is one that deserves recognition, care, and reciprocity. Breaking the silence that surrounds women's pain and struggles is a crucial step toward collective healing and progress. Silence, while often a coping mechanism, can also act as a barrier that isolates women and prevents them from receiving the support they need. By empowering women to share their experiences openly, we create a culture that values honesty, fosters connection, and dismantles harmful stigmas associated with vulnerability. Many women remain silent about their struggles because of societal expectations, fear of judgment, or a lack of safe spaces for expression. They may worry that voicing their pain will make them appear weak, overly emotional, or incapable. This fear is rooted in cultural norms that celebrate stoicism and resilience while discouraging open displays of emotion, particularly from women. As a result, silence becomes both a shield and a prison, protecting women from immediate scrutiny but leaving their deeper needs unmet. Encouraging women to break this silence requires creating environments that prioritize empathy, understanding, and non-judgmental support. When women feel safe to share their struggles, they begin to realize they are not alone in their experiences. Sharing stories fosters a sense of solidarity, helping women see their pain reflected in others and building a network of mutual support. This process not only alleviates feelings of isolation, but also empowers women to find strength in their shared resilience. Open dialogue about women's pain also challenges societal stigmas and misconceptions. It forces communities to confront the realities that women face and to recognize the systemic issues that contribute to their suffering. Whether it is addressing workplace discrimination, domestic abuse, mental health struggles, or caregiving burdens, breaking the silence shines a light on issues that are too often ignored. This awareness is the first step toward meaningful change, as it encourages individuals and institutions to take action. Sharing pain can be transformative, turning personal struggles into sources of strength and advocacy. When women speak openly about their challenges, they inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that amplifies their collective voice. This shared vulnerability becomes a powerful tool for change, as it mobilizes communities to address underlying problems and build systems of support. It also allows women to reclaim their narratives, framing their experiences not as weaknesses, but as testaments to their courage and resilience. Breaking the silence does not mean women must share every detail of their lives or always bear their pain publicly. Instead, it is about giving them the choice and the opportunity to express themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. It is about valuing their voices and recognizing that their stories matter. Empowering women to speak openly about their pain ultimately benefits everyone. It fosters deeper connections, strengthens communities, and drives progress toward a more compassionate and equitable society. By breaking the silence, we honor the strength it takes to endure and the courage it takes to share, creating a world where no woman feels she must carry her pain alone. Acknowledging the silent strength of women is essential for fostering a culture that values their resilience while recognizing their humanity. Silent strength, though admirable, often goes unrecognized, leaving the burdens carried by women unseen and unaddressed. By bringing attention to this quiet endurance, we can celebrate their contributions, validate their struggles, and ensure they receive the support and care they deserve. Women's silent strength is displayed in countless ways, from their roles as caregivers and professionals to their personal journeys of overcoming adversity. They often balance multiple responsibilities, meeting the needs of others while navigating their own challenges. This strength is not always loud or visible. It exists in the quiet determination to keep going, the patience to endure, and the love that motivates them to sacrifice for others. However, because it is silent, it is often taken for granted or dismissed as simply part of their role. Acknowledging this strength begins with recognizing its presence in everyday life. It is in the mother who tirelessly supports her children's growth, the leader who quietly mentors others while managing her own struggles, and the friend who offers unwavering support despite her own hardships. These acts of resilience are significant, yet they often go unnoticed because they are performed without seeking recognition. By becoming more observant and attuned to these efforts, we can begin to appreciate their profound impact. Celebrating silent strength does not mean romanticizing it or ignoring the toll it takes. While resilience is admirable, it often comes at a cost. Women who endure silently may experience emotional exhaustion, loneliness, or health issues due to the suppression of their own needs and feelings. Acknowledgement must go hand in hand with providing support and creating spaces where women feel empowered to voice their struggles and seek help without fear of judgment. This recognition also requires challenging societal norms that equate strength with silence. Women should not have to carry their pain alone to be seen as strong. True empowerment lies in creating an environment where their strength is celebrated alongside their vulnerability. Encouraging open dialogue, fostering empathy, and normalizing the expression of emotions are critical steps in this process. By shifting the narrative, we can redefine strength as the courage to endure and the freedom to seek connection and support. Acknowledging silent strength also involves advocating for systemic change. This means addressing the structural inequalities and cultural expectations that contribute to women's silent struggles. Whether it is advocating for workplace equality, providing mental health resources, or promoting shared responsibilities in families, these actions help alleviate the burdens women carry. Honoring the silent strength of women is about balance, valuing their resilience while ensuring they are not left to bear their struggles alone. It is about listening, supporting, and standing alongside them as they navigate life's challenges. By doing so, we not only uplift the women who carry their pain in silence, but also build a more compassionate and equitable world for all. Their strength deserves recognition, and their humanity deserves care. As we reflect on the silent strength of women who carry their pain in silence, let us not merely admire their resilience, but act to honor it. Their struggles, though often unseen, are a profound testament to courage, sacrifice, and an enduring will to persevere. Yet their silence should not be the price of strength. It is our shared responsibility to create a world where their voices are not only heard, but valued, a world where they do not feel the need to hide their pain to be seen as strong. Let us challenge the norms that silence them, celebrate their contributions, and ensure they have the support, compassion, and understanding they so deserve. Strength and vulnerability are not opposites, they are partners in the human experience. By recognizing and embracing this truth, we can build communities where women no longer have to carry their pain alone. And in doing so, we uplift not just the women who endure, but all of humanity, for their strength is the foundation upon which so much of our lives are built. Let us commit to being allies, advocates, and empathetic listeners. Let us honor the silent battles, celebrate the victories, and promise to be a source of light in moments of darkness. Because when we stand together, we make the silence unnecessary, and in that unity, we find true strength. Thank you.